Here are the Fort Wayne Pistons demonstrating the balanced offense. As shown by the players of Coach Paul Birch, the idea is to keep 3 men in and 2 men out.
In the 1950s, basketball was played in a staid, traditional manner, emphasizing set shots and chest passes. But as turbulent times transformed society in the 60s, changes were also reflected on the courts of the NBA, where showmen like Earl Monroe ushered in a revolutionary style of play.
Monroe was, for those people who don't know, the greatest one-on-one player that ever lived. Nobody ever could deal with the moves that he made.
He's the guy, the innovator, who brought the spin into the ball game. Never played the game really off the floor, wasn't the leaper, didn't have all the speed, but with the Pearl, everything was sleight of hand.
Well, nobody saw a guy shaking and baking like Earl Monroe. You know, that was uncanny, man. What is this guy doing? You know, everything he did was creative, spontaneity, right on the spur of the moment.
The Baltimore Bullets drafted Monroe in 1967, and he immediately took the league by storm. He averaged 25 points in his first season and was named the NBA Rookie of the Year.
One might think that a rookie would have a difficult time in the NBA, but Earl Monroe has become one of the outstanding players in the league in his initial season. He has what you would call star qualities.
Earl Monroe was totally James Brown. He was flamboyant, was wild, was reckless, and yet effective.
Earl the Pearl can drive any guard crazy. He's a hard man to stop.
I play very rhythmically, and when you think about music, of course, you're thinking about the rhythm of the music and how it makes you feel.
Earl Monroe, it was swish, 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 swish.
He dribbled with the ball as if it was a yo-yo.
Jerking, 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 spinning.
He could feel like when you're feeling music and maybe the rhythm of the music changes, just like the defender changes on you, he was able to compensate and move his body and do something creative at the drop of a hat.
You can't teach what Earl Monroe did. Earl was born with that dip in his hip, that glide in his stride. I wouldn't even try it because that means hip replacement.
Monroe's showmanship on the court reflected a time of self-expression in the 1970s, and his style resonated with the black community.
For a lot of black people, at least, there was something about his flamboyance that was very black pride. Remember, this is the Black Power era. This is Black is Beautiful era. So there's something about Earl, because he was a very dark-skinned player, and his game being very, very black and very, very untraditional, that I think a lot of energy gravitated to him as an icon, you know, of a certain kind of black identity.
Though Monroe helped the Bullets reach the playoffs, many viewed him as a one-on-one player who could not lead Baltimore past Walt Frazier and the team-oriented Knicks. Ironically, in 1971, Earl was traded to his arch rivals, and he would have the chance to prove his critics wrong by teaming up with Frazier.
He was still a prolific scorer, but the press in New York was saying that there was no way the two of us could play in the same backcourt. We would need 2 basketballs.
We had that kind of mutual respect so that when we did come together to play, you know, it wasn't like Earl is coming to do this.
Earl Monroe and Walt Frazier doing a tremendous job offensively for New York.
And we enjoyed playing with each other. I think that's another thing that people don't understand.
To Frazier, to Reed, to Monroe. Earl Monroe now with 11 points for the Knicks.
Earl wasn't just a one-on-one player. I think he got the rap that, gee, you're just a one-on-one player. Therefore, when he was traded to the Knicks, people said, well, you know, what is he going to do on this team that plays as a team? And when he came to the Knicks, he distinguished himself as a member of that team.
Smoothly fitting in with his new teammates, Monroe was a key to New York's 1973 playoff run.
Bradley, triple team, sends ahead for Reed. Cross-court Monroe on the drive against West, whirls and hits.
The Knicks defeated the Lakers in the finals to win their second NBA title. For Earl Monroe, it was the pinnacle of his career as he blended his own talents into a championship formula.
He created a different niche. He's doing what guys do in the air now, but Earl did it on the floor.
Being able to be expressive meant for all those little kids out on the playground to try and emulate those type of things, and that's what we see today.